He's Bill Ryder, and he's Ryder than you.
The program Ryder than you, sometimes.
He's a fan.
I love sports so much.
He's in your face.
I will destroy those obnoxiously arrogant, clueless, tone-deaf superstars who are marginal players, good players, who made careers, who think they're Hall of Famers.
He's nice.
I promise, we're nice here.
He's humble.
I think I'm pretty good if you're on the show about admitting if I got it wrong.
Live from Los Angeles, here's Bill Ryder.
We're back. It's a Tuesday edition. I almost forgot the name of the show because I have another one. Of Ryder Than You. What's up? Thank you for hanging. BillRyder.substack.com. If you're still chilling and consuming the show over on Apple or Spotify or wherever else you get your podcast. Remember, if you want, you can also watch the show over on Substack, BillRyder.substack.com. I have a request today to get into a little soccer, a little World Cup update. So we brought a soccer correspondent. I'm going to bring him up now. Pretty daddy. Hashtag just kidding. But we will make you talk soccer. What's up, buddy?
Well, what's going on, Bill? How are you?
I'm great. How's everything? How's life? How's the things?
I'm doing well, and I've been watching a lot of soccer. I don't know if I've retained the knowledge, but I'm into the PK kicks. I like the penalty kicks to decide these games.
Oh, that's a lot of, because you like human anguish. It's a lot of drama.
Yeah, my family's into it as well. You know, they're cheering just like me, having no idea what's going on.
Really?
Yeah,
Have
because
you-
one of the matches, was it yesterday? Went past the first 5 penalty kicks.
Yeah. That was Paraguay against Germany, where we'll get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's see you rushing the soccer. Did you? Hey, we're gonna start a little LeBron, but did you see the latest little Diana Rossini wrinkle?
I sure did.
That the story she told about FaceTiming a cop was a lie because somebody got the body cam footage.
Yeah, it turns out all she did, she took a page out of your book. She did a little name drop.
So let me ask you this. Is that kind of embellishment in a vacuum a problem? I think it probably is.
Yes, when you're Diana Rossini and you have that job to be a journalist and reporting, yeah.
She's just lying?
Yeah.
This would be like when I told the story about Bill Clinton when I interviewed him in a urinal if we were walking past a bathroom, but he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But he was at the urinal. He was going to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, those details matter.
Yeah, like people got outraged. I don't know what this was. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when Carissa Thompson of Fox was like, yeah, I kind of sometimes when I can't get a hold of the NFL head coach, before or after halftime, I just make up the quote.
That was crazy. By the way, so this is me being a total hypocrite. Chris and I have worked together. We're friendly. I would say we're friends-ish, right? I mean, it's not that I've talked to her in a while, but I can't do that.
Yeah, and this Diana, this feels worse. This feels worse than that to me.
Good news is Chris got promoted, though, to do another job, pre- and post-game of Thursday Night Football.
She doesn't have to get the quotes now.
That's a non-straight shooter with upper management written all over her, to quote Office Space. What a world we live in. All right, so give me your 10 favorite segments of my radio show the last week. Just kidding. I know you can't listen to one. No. It's a joke. Don't even try.
Okay.
Kidding.
Okay.
Kidding.
I'm a good friend.
You're a great friend. To whoever it is actually friends with you out there. Oh no.
Not currently my wife.
That was you know, a little hashtag marriage moment?
A little bit.
I was gonna ask you who's to blame, but I know you. So I know you're to blame.
Probably.
Do you want to share?
Well, my wife's a teacher. She's on summer break. So there's a lot of time spent together.
Right.
Yeah.
Not the way you drew it up when you got down on a knee and asked her to marry you.
She's getting pretty sick of me pretty fast.
Will you spend some of your time for the rest of your life with me? I will.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay. LeBron James gate. So this is going to be the kind of thing where this can drop and the news could already break. So if technically free agency doesn't begin until 6:00 tonight, now the Lakers are allowed to sign deals with their own players. And so theoretically something could happen. And obviously there's constant collusion and rule breaking, especially from stars. So in theory, at 3:00 Pacific, 6:00 Eastern, Shams could drop. What a shock. It took 30 seconds and LeBron is signed for insert a team. All right. So that happens. consider this a prognostication sort of look back and how close we got. LeBron of the Lakers is possible. They have a lot of cap space, but if they give him, what he thinks is market value, they're not going to have the ability to fill out the roster and potentially keep Luka Doncic happy is one. And they need a center. They're talking to Jalen Duren today, and there's Walker Kessler. The Warriors are a less viable, but still possible landing spot. Draymond Green opted out of his deal, I guess yesterday, and they gave Kristaps Porzingis some money, which makes some complications. But as I understand it, they can do some moves and machinations and still create some space for LeBron James. But right now, you're talking massive pay cut of I think $6.1 million on the mid level. He can take less or similar amount to go to Cleveland. Miami's in the mix. Weirdly, some odds just dropped. I mean, I don't have any details on this other than these odds just came out, D-Cell, that looking for it now, that if he left, the second most likely place he would go, according to Betting AG, one of these spots, is the Celtics, which I haven't even seen reported out there. Here, let me start here. Is LeBron James worth $20 million a year?
In the right situation, yes.
Here's the thing. I think he is worth $20 million a year in the right situation. I don't think he's worth $20 million a year in the only situation that he wants to go to that can pay him $20 million a year, which is the Lakers, because there's a lot of conflicting reports. And I said this the other day and it blew up on social, which I'm not used to. I'm used to just saying stuff and you're like, okay. LeBron has a guy named Adam Mendelson. We've talked about this. The guy is a former political operator. He was a Republican National Convention head. He was Governor Schwarzenegger when Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't the Terminator, but the governor of California. It's so weird. He was his, I think, chief of staff, maybe deputy chief of staff. And he's the guy that's been the LeBron sort of fixer for, 10 years. That guy's a politician. LeBron hires high-level political operators to run his operation, right? So you're going to take everything with a grain of salt. That said, there was some credible reporting in the last couple of days that the Lakers had reached out and LeBron hadn't gotten back to them. That kind of petulance, that kind of, I'm going to, hot girl going to make you wait, even though maybe she wants to go to, you want to go to prom? Won't call you back for 6 days. Right. Just call it. It could be a no. I don't know. It took a lot of guts to ask the words you want to go to prom. The hardest words man's ever said. That kind of drama queenism from LeBron, to me, it is a sign of what could be problematic when he gets to the Lakers as a guy making $20 million or $15 million a year, and he's put out and he didn't get paid the same amount. If he can suck the oxygen out of the room, and I don't know that the Lakers shouldn't bring him back, but I just think there's an inherent risk that's not true in other places, because if it goes south from a chemistry perspective, a year from now, Luka's eyeing an exit. I think it's a huge risk for the Lakers.
I'm with you. I don't think it's pun intended here, slam dunk for the Lakers. But what's the other option? And the other thing that I'm thinking about here is, correct me if I'm wrong, because you would know better than me. You're
wrong.
I'm sure.
Just kidding.
I'm getting used to being told that. Anthony Davis and obviously LeBron, both represented by Rich Paul, still correct?
And Draymond Green.
So is this not a ploy to maybe try and get them all paid?
Could be games for sure. I think so. Here's the thing about LeBron that I think is worth saying. Credit to him and sort of historical reminder, contextual historical reminder, the things you love. Credit to him. He's never forced his way out, ever, of a team. He's always played out his contract. He's an unrestricted free agent now. It's not true of most of the guys we're talking about. Okay. 2, every time he has been an unrestricted free agent, it has been shocking what he has decided to do. Going to Miami in the moment was considered shocking when he's like, I'm taking my talents there. Now it feels like normal, but it wasn't then. Going back to Cleveland was so shocking when I suggested it. Andy Roddick called me a moron the first time we ever had a conversation in an elevator and said, this guy doesn't know anything about basketball as the elevator closed. I think he was with Ephraim Salam or Donovan McNabb. I was like, I think I do. That's a true story, Andy. Although he's been good to me and I like him as my friend now. But okay. And then when he went to the Lakers, it was a total stunner. So LeBron is utterly capable of making decisions that no one sees coming and keeps his own counsel. So on the one hand, I do think that it could be insert who the hell knows. on the other hand, to your point, he's a very sophisticated, savvy operator who hires savvy operators and has always made it clear that he wants a lot of money. They think he deserves fair market value, which is my way of saying, without without sort of sugarcoating this, it could be anything. I mean, nothing would surprise me, and that's why the prognostications out there I find really interesting, because Brian Winter is probably the best person on this story. Shams obviously is very connected. His sources, let him be. That was his little shot there. Ramona Shelburne's got some information, right? Go sort of down the list. Not one of those people were 3 for 3 on Miami, Cleveland, Lakers, because nobody was, because nobody saw this stuff coming. So I don't know, man. Like there's a wide range of crazy possibility.
In sifting through this LeBron stuff, I'm going to give you one here that I don't think you're going to agree with me on.
Okay.
But I'm here for the Golden State Warriors and LeBron. Like, I'd love to see
Are
it.
you?
And I'd actually love to see it sans Anthony Davis. Like, I'd like to see Steph, LeBron, and Draymond. I'd like to see the three of them, because I don't need Anthony Street Clothes Davis.
I agree.
But I would find LeBron and Steph incredibly entertaining to watch, even at this advanced age.
So you know how this goes, right? This little sports media just cheat code, pull back the curtain on the Wizard of Oz's that we are not. We all root for whatever's the best for our shows. Like that's or our columns, when I was writing. And so I've been talking to my co-host, Doug McCain. By the way, Doug, I know you don't watch the show. I like Doug. He has tried to come after me a few times. And now just for sport, once a show, I just pick on him. And I like him a lot.
Good partner.
Well, he tries to do the misrepresent. Anyway, I was just thinking about something I did to him yesterday. I'm gonna say, hold on, let me just write this down for later. I'm writing down Doug's story. I want you to tell me if you think I'm being unfair. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying.
In this business, we root for our own best interest.
I want him to go to the Warriors too, because my radio show would be, I think there's more content in it for me in him being the villain of Los Angeles. Because I think with the Warriors, they're really interesting. I think they're anywhere from the Golden Girls, of basketball, where they win 43 games, everybody's injured, and it's miserable, and Steph Curry wishes he was golfing,
right, to
the Spurs of the last year they won an NBA championship. And I will say this, and I think this is a point that's worth saying. I think LeBron is like he is a basketball savant, and he remembers everything. He remembers plays. He remembers everything. Everyone's saying that an old team can't win. I get it. The Spurs in 2012 or 13, when they won an NBA championship, they had a really old roster, and not a single player played 30 minutes per game. Literally, the guy, Tony Parker, who played the most minutes per game on that team, played 29.4. They load managed, went deep, whatever you want to call it, every guy on that roster. Kawhi was young, but Kawhi was Kawhi, who load managed, we found out just every other day, because that's what he does. And they did that to preserve the bodies of those players. And when you got to the playoffs, Tim Duncan, who played 28 or 27 minutes per game over the regular season, when he played, was able to elevate. And Tony Parker was able to elevate. And that Spurs team won an NBA championship with sort of a deeper roster, where they basically understood they have to preserve these guys for later, showing that if you manage minutes, an old team can win championships. The Spurs beat the Miami Heat and LeBron James and sent LeBron back to Cleveland. I'm telling you, LeBron took note of that. This is just me speculating, but he's so smart. He's such a student of his game and the game. He's going to look back and go, that group of old dudes beat me and my Miami guys, and I'm better today than any of the guys that were on the team at that time. I think LeBron will believe he can win in Golden State. I look at Golden State, and I'm not sure, but I bet he looks at Golden State and says, if we manage the minutes properly, if we can stay healthy, like if I take less so that there's depth so that we can all play fewer minutes, I think we're a competitor. And I think he may not be wrong. I'm not sure. I think the range is wide, but I think the Warriors ceiling, if with a LeBron, Draymond, Steph team, is really interesting. And by the way, Porzingis, in theory, they could trade. They just signed him 2 years, 40. You can also just, if LeBron takes a major pay cut, like a $6 million deal, you have Porzingis too. That's a pretty good team.
I'm with you, and I think there's layers to this, man. Like and look, maybe I'm trying to connect too many dots that maybe aren't there, but like a week or two after the season ended, right? Steve Kerr was like flirting with retirement, made his decision fairly quickly, like a week, 2 weeks later. I don't know. Maybe he knew that there was something up. Maybe he knew they had a chance at LeBron.
Yeah,
I think it's interesting, and I think look. I don't think LeBron puts the Warriors in the class with the Thunder and the Spurs, and maybe not even the Nuggets. But like, I think they could be right in the mix, right in the middle of the Western Conference.
Here are the odds. So this is one of these if LeBron leaves LA, which I don't find as helpful because that's a part of the equation. But if he's not a Laker, the betting odds are 67%, 1-2, that he will be a Warrior. Then it's Cleveland, 3-1. Then Boston, 5-1. Then the place that I would go if I was him, and I don't have to live there, so easy for me to say, San Antonio at 7-1. I do think the Spurs would be a really interesting destination because I think that he would win. I think he can win a championship there, and I think he'd get the max amount of credit for the Spurs for any place he can go and get a ring because they sort of lack the leadership.
Exactly, teaching those young dudes how to win who clearly need some sort of leadership down the stretch.
All right, we're gonna pick this up in 2 seconds. We'll be right back. Fake break.
You're listening to Writer Than You.
And you're mad at me. So if I did that to you, you'd be like, oh, the travesty. Oh, man, my marriage. I can't do anything right. Oh, I'm never going to my marriage again.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. All right. As long as we're on the same page, pal.
You're listening to the Writer Than You podcast.
Felt on theme.
I'm a pretty consistent human. However many years later it is today. Let's plug and play. Plug and play.
The thing about LeBron that's really interesting is he is still really, really good. And he is 41, going to be 42 in December, or 42 going to be 4. I can't even keep track of his age.
I believe 41, going to be 42 in December.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly. Yep, you are right. Producer, good at your job. I don't even doubt his ability anymore. I mean, the guy is a conservatively 24, 6 and 6. I think I've very much sort of undersold what he is in that equation. I just don't know to what degree in LA the juice is worth the squeeze, because I think if LeBron is put out, it's a problem. And if LeBron is playing leverage games, he's doing it in a really obnoxious way. Because if he's just if he's leaking, he'll go to the Warriors to just get more money with LA because he wants to be a Laker. I will remind people that another report came out. So if he's full of it, this report is full of it from him too, most likely. There was a report 3 or 4 weeks ago that he would take less money at other places, but not the Lakers. That's obnoxious. That's petty. That's petulant. That's like, it's one thing to like want money. It's something to lie and threaten your employer because of your ego that you need a bunch of cash. And I think the most important thing for the Lakers is, does Luka Doncic want to be here in a year? And I think that is much less likely to be yes if LeBron makes Luka miserable for the next year.
Right.
Just by his mere presence.
Right. I agree. Now I have 2 LA-centric questions for you. One centered around this conversation with LeBron.
Okay, I can do this.
From a fan perspective.
Yes.
What is the backup plan if LeBron decides I'm out? Do they want
People here hate
Brown?
LeBron. People here don't like LeBron. Like there's a very the standard by which people judge things is sort of unfair because you have to fill Kobe's boots and fill those shoes. I think no superstar. I think whatever big superstar ever followed Kobe was going to struggle.
Right.
Because Luka will not be compared to Kobe. He'll be compared to LeBron. LeBron is compared to Kobe, and Kobe is the most popular athlete in LA history. That said, the expectation would be go get Jalen Duren or Walker Kessler, right? Go get a big man, and then or trade for a Herb Jones or someone like that as a perimeter defender,
right?
And then build out around Luka. People here think, and it doesn't mean it'll work, that now that you have Austin Reeves, who's a secondary scorer in the backcourt, And people will point out this Kyrie Irving was I think Kyrie Irving's obviously a better player than Austin Reeves, but Kyrie's not a defensive mastermind. That Mavericks team, when built around Luka, was able to make a finals. I think that's the plan. Go out there and build that kind of a team. But if you don't get LeBron, you better get Walker Kessler or Jalen Duren, restricted free agents you have to overpay.
Right. All right, then question number 2. Does anybody in LA care if you follow the reporting that it looks like Kawhi is about to be traded?
No, not at all. It's
crazy.
like, so here's what I will say. The Clippers are like the Nets. You're in New York. You'll relate to this. When they're interesting, or there's an interesting player on that team, they are a bigger national story than they are a local story, right? Like when the Brooklyn Nets were a thing, I would maintain that was a much bigger story on national radio than WFAN locally.
Right.
Same thing here. The Clippers aren't, and they didn't win, right? Like they made a conference finals, I think, in year 1, but have largely been the Clippers, and they're just not. And some very debonair radio hosts, I don't know who, often take shots at the Clippers gratuitously on radio shows here.
Got it. I don't know who that could be.
I don't know. I don't. Yeah.
I will say I'm kind of surprised that Kawhi's willing to go back to Toronto because that's looking like where he's headed.
I guess he likes it there. He just opened not a Boys and Girls Club, but some sort of basketball charity thing. Yeah. All right. Let me ask you a question. Radio. So, all right, let's do this. Where's LeBron going to be? Do you want to guess? It's a total guess. 1 through 3, ranking your order. I'll go first. I'm going to go Warriors, Lakers, Cleveland is my order. I think it's 50-50. I'll go Warriors.
I'm going to say Lakers 1, Warriors 2, Cleveland 3.
I think you're probably right. I think some of it's my wishful thinking. Okay. It was just great radio. So whatever. If I'm the bad guy, I'll do it. You tell me this is a party foul. I'm doing a radio hit yesterday, and I lead the show. Right? I'm the 1, Doug's the 2, so I like bring up here's what we're talking. But we agreed all the topics, and you've worked with me. If somebody wants to talk about something, we talk about it.
Sure.
Right? Especially, I mean, it's his show. It's his show and my show. It's our show. So he's like, oh, I really want to talk Aaron Donald. There's a Vinny Bonsignore, who's a very good reporter, reports that multiple sources have told him that Aaron Donald, Vinny, is really considering coming back. That's a big story here, right? With Myles Garrett and Matt Stafford. And okay. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So we were talking about 5:30. I bring it up, and Doug talks about it, and he's like, why are we talking about this? I don't want to hear about it. And basically, it's like, this is a stupid thing to talk about. And on the air, I go, are you kidding me? And I just go, I'm like, I'm going to read our text string. And I open our show text string where the producer's like, I don't know if this is interesting, but here's something. And Doug is like, yes, this is interesting. This is important. We should talk about it. So I based did a whole segment on this, what I'm dealing with. This guy right to my right pitches a story. I bring it up. He's like, what an idiot. Why'd you bring it up? Party foul or totally appropriate?
I think it's appropriate from the standpoint of, was that Doug's take? Because, like, look, it is a big story in LA, right? Like, but if the take is like, I don't know why this is a big story, it shouldn't be important.
I don't know why he did it. I just saw his belly and I went for it. I just, I'm going
to say not party foul.
Right.
Not party foul.
It was good radio because he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, what do you mean, what am I doing? And he had been taking shots at me 30 minutes earlier. So I was like, what do you mean, what am I doing?
But like sometimes like that could be the take, right? Like, why are people talking about this? Why are people making this a big deal?
No, that's fair. His view was like, yeah, this is significant. This is Vinny. And this is like the most.
No party foul.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Welcome to darkness, bro. He'll pull those moves. I like the guy a lot. He's really cool. Okay. So John Morant, we haven't really hit this. Just what a fall from grace that basically traded to the Trailblazers. And the reporting is that was the one place that would take him. Many people thought there was so little market that Memphis reportedly was just going to have to buy him out. Dude, he's still really young. He's not 38 years old. He's in his 20s, man.
I mean, clearly everyone's concerned about the off-the-court stuff.
Yeah,
he has had injury issues.
Guns are legal, I was told, in Oregon.
I was looking yesterday when he got traded. The last 3 seasons combined, he's played less than 82 games. Now, a lot of that is suspension. But I mean, dude's never on the court.
My wife wanted to text me right while we're on the phone or on the thing. I was an emergency.
I believe it's the last 3 seasons combined. Jaws played a combined 79 games. Like that's a problem.
Anthony Davis is more durable.
Yeah.
Or more reliable. depending on the reasons he's missed.
Who had a smaller market, Ja or Trae Young? And Trae actually got paid, which is mind-blowing.
Yeah, that Trae Young contract is already the worst contract in the NBA. I think Ja Morant has a smaller market. I will say this. Not a shot at Portland. There's a report out today, by the way, that the owner's looking to move the Trailblazers.
And Ja's never going to get paid there because that dude wants to move that franchise desperately.
Did this say where? I couldn't figure out where. I looked at it. I couldn't figure out where they want allegedly, supposedly, reportedly want to go.
I've heard and read Nashville.
That's so unfair for Portland. So I will say this: it's not a shot at Portland. I love Portland. I think I brought this up on the old radio show. When I used to be in green rooms around famous athletes all the time, I would constantly ask the NBA players, what is the least desirable city for you? And I'm not casting dispersions on any of these places, but I assumed the answer would be Detroit or Cleveland because it's cold, right? And it's not Chicago. And the answer was unequivocally Portland.
Wow.
Unequivocally Portland. That could be a bit of a benefit in this case because apparently there's nothing to do. I'm not saying just NBA players feel like there's nothing to do.
Sure.
If you have the wealth and sort of, stature, that's good for Ja Morant.
Yeah, I mean, they're not a bad basketball. They made the playoffs last year.
I'm just saying hard to get in trouble.
Yeah, I get it.
If you're just in your house bored.
So it kind of boils down to if he's ever going to figure it out off the court, it's in Portland.
Yep. And this is the reason they took him is because that viewpoint. I would go to Portland tomorrow for 4 times. Well, yeah, for 4 times my salary, I would go. Right, for like a lot of money. I like Portland. A lot. It's a really cool city. I know it rains a lot, but I like it a lot. NBA players don't. And so what does that mean? That means Portland has to take chances. So they see a damaged sort of goods in Ja Morant, they're going to buy low. They'll pay for it because it's the only way a talent like that's ever going to get there, and they'll figure the risk out later. And that's the problem. And I'm not arguing they should lose their team, but that is part of the if you went to Nashville, I mean, Portland becomes a more desirable place to live. It just does for NBA players.
Right. I'm with you. I mean, I'm torn on whether I'm rooting for Ja because I feel like we've given him so many chances.
I know. He's so talented, dude.
But he's so electric on the court, and he's so fun to watch. I hope
You're
it works.
On the court.
I'm going to root for him. I hope it works.
You're going to root for him?
Yeah, I hope it works.
I'm not rooting against humans, but the thing is, he's got the money either way, and so I'm not sure what the incentive is for him to. If the incentive was hoops and basketball, I think he would have
figured it out already.
Yeah.
You're probably not wrong.
Also, being traded to Portland, I'm not sure he's gonna go. Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
He could literally be a camper. There's a lot of camping up there, as I understand it. No.
Are you a camper? Like, have you gone camping a lot?
I used to camp all the time as a kid.
Really?
We had a pop-up camper all the time. Kirkwood Lake in Illinois, Iowa. My camping skills are it's like I used to fish. When I got out of college, I would fish all the time. I don't even know how to pick up a fish anymore. Which I was thinking the other day. It's like learning how to ride a bike. Forgetting how to ride a bike. Like, how do I pick up a bass? I can't remember.
Which, by the way. This is more my fault, probably more of a dad issue. We're struggling a little bit to learn how to ride the bike over here.
Oh, you'll get there. My kids were so late on that. It was a whole thing. It was like a whole marriage.
It's become to the point where it's a little traumatic for both of us.
My daughter could not ride her bike until she was in 6th or 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, we just look. I'm not going to say what happened. I worked all the time. Lori didn't teach him. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
And then one day they figured it out.
All
and
right.
now Henry's like back and forth,
Sure.
Yeah. Henry came home yesterday and he had like a pretty big bruise on his quad, right? He was doing a bike trick and he fell over. And I'm like, bro, don't do that. And Lori was like, oh, God, rules. Oh, Jesus, Lord. It was a totally different reaction.
Boys will be boys.
I know. She hates that expression.
Yeah. I mean, it's an expression because it's very true.
Yeah. No comment. All right. We've never done a 4 breaker. I'm not sure if we will, but we're going to be back. Every time we do a fake break, you're like,
I'm muting it right now.
Fake break.
Welcome back to Writer Than You.
Let me ask you guys a question. Tom is not going to like this where it leads. How do you guys feel about telling people the truth when they don't want to hear it?
I have a strong take on this.
Give it to me.
I don't tell them the truth that they do not want to hear. I just bypass it.
Okay.
So you just avoid everything.
Yes.
Okay.
You're listening to the Writer Than You podcast.
Good work. You avoid the truth.
Every time I tell my wife the truth, she doesn't speak to me for a week.
Yeah. Well, the truth will not set you free. It will actually put you in a prison of your own making sometimes in marriage. I am going to be in New York City the first week of September, taking my daughter Madeline. Get this. On
Where are
college.
we visiting?
So we're going to Syracuse.
Okay.
Then we're going to come down. We're going to go to NYU. Please don't get into NYU for the love of God. Then we're going to go to Fordham. Then we're going to.
You should have our guy Bogus take her around.
I'm
Fordham.
going to wear an adult diaper to the admissions thing, and that's. I hope you let us in. It's the expression you get the job as long as you don't poop on the whatever. I'm gonna test that. Okay, because I can't afford it. Fordham.
Bogus is a Fordham alum.
Yeah. It's a strike against the place, but we're still gonna go take a look. That place is expensive, by the way. Everything's expensive. And St. John's.
Okay.
And then for bleeps and giggles, we might go up to Columbia and look. I don't think so. I will say this. Well, she can't hear me. She's sleeping. She's a teenager. We did not think that we just thought she'd get into like not many schools, right? Like we're like, oh, she's a pretty good student. Do you know about weighted GPA versus unweighted?
Yeah.
So she takes like 3 or 4 AP classes every semester in an honors class.
3 or 4 more than I took.
Yeah, me too. Like she just did it. So like when we're like, oh, her GPA is okay, and she doesn't do any extracurriculars because she didn't make the tennis team, whatever. So we're like, okay, she's not getting anywhere. Thank God. Actually, she wants to go to a school that has a community college. Like, so we're like, perfect. Oh, that's a shame. Great, right? So I didn't realize her weighted GPA is like super higher because she has all these, and she. I mean, look, like we're fine, we're okay. But Lori and I both lost our jobs last year, right? I lost both my jobs. Lori lost her job. So Maddie went and got 2 part-time jobs just so she can pay for college. Apparently that's like a huge, like, we'll let you in. So now I'm worried. She's going to get into the places. Oh, your parents have no money? Cool, you can come to this expensive school.
Just
what?
Fainting in the lobby of the
That's
admissions
why you
office.
should reject her. So that I don't have to find a way to pay for it. Anyway, was that selfish? I think it was. So I've never been out to St. John. She really wants to go to school in the West in California. I'm trying to get her to go to Iowa, Missouri. She's like, hell no.
Are we getting into media? Is that what she wants to study?
She's not sure. I think like a really good humanities college. She's really interested in creative writing. She writes fiction for fun. I think she's not. I think there's a world where she goes to postgraduate school. I mean, who knows if degrees even matter? Like in 7 years, it might be what's your AI handle. But
right.
But yeah, like apparently. Have you been to St. John's? I've never been out there.
I've been to the campus.
Is it nice?
Campus. Yeah. I mean, look, it's it's like a city campus. It's a little spread out. It doesn't.
Oh, it's not a campus?
Nah, not really.
Oh, should I go?
Not really. You should visit it. Maybe she'll like it.
Where else? Okay, so we're looking at Syracuse. Apparently, is doable. Fordham, she can get into maybe, probably. NYU, kind of a reach school, but apparently it's. Oh my God, don't do it, NYU. St. John's just because for the hell of it. Anywhere else in New York, we should look.
You said you're kicking the tires on Columbia?
I mean, I don't think she can get in, but we're gonna go look at it with the campuses.
If you're looking at Columbia while you're here, you might as well kick the tires on Princeton. It's just across the river.
Where's Princeton at?
Jersey.
Like right there?
It's not far.
She can't get into Princeton.
I was gonna say while you're here.
I mean, I'll send myself an email.
Princeton, very nice campus.
How far is it from the city?
I mean, look, you're. I wouldn't say take the train. Like you rent a car or take an Uber.
I could Uber to Princeton.
Yeah.
She can't get to Princeton, bro. I mean, maybe she. Like, can you aim a little lower for me? Like, is there like a Minston?
Nah, it's a pretty big drop off in
Syracuse level school.
Nah, I mean, you don't send her to Rutgers.
Right. No. And UConn, I don't want to go look at UConn. She doesn't want to look at it.
Nah.
No. Nothing else in New York City. Another college is there.
Nah.
I thought Princeton was like in the woods in Vermont or something. I didn't know where it was.
Nah, Jersey, man.
You look so proud.
You should look at it. If you're going to look at Columbia, look at Princeton.
How much is that place? That place cheap?
A lot.
Okay.
A lot.
I mean, Columbia, I can just get on the train and I can be there and come back.
Sure.
Can I borrow your car? Okay. World Cup. Moving on. First of all, that's been an amazing World Cup. Germany going down to Paraguay. Let me say this. Germany going down to Paraguay. That's the match you saw yesterday where they went to penalty kicks and Paraguay just needed to make one of two or have Germany miss the final one. And it went the other direction and went extras. And then Jonathan Tah, who I'm not saying that he deserves it, but didn't go to Barcelona, Sky went over the bar and the Paraguay guy came up and just buried it, I think upper left, and Paraguay pulled an amazing upset. Can I tell you the proper takeaway from this, as my wife texts me about like groceries or something? You ready for the proper takeaway?
Please do.
USA beat Paraguay 4-1 in the opening of group stage, and everybody, Paraguay's not that good. Paraguay is really good. Defensive-minded, great on the counterattack. They're not going to win the World Cup, but they took out Germany. Is Germany elite? Not like we thought they were, but clearly the United States is much better than we anticipated. Doesn't get them through the next few games, but I just think it's an important reminder that 4-1 victory over Paraguay was a banger of a result, and we should celebrate America.
Welcome.
That's not celebrating America. I almost did it. Yeah, the buttons.
All right. I have been watching a lot of soccer this week, so I have a couple. I'm not going to pretend that I know what the hell I'm watching, so I got a couple soccer questions.
All right, hit me with them. I want to help you.
I'm going to start off with the real basic one that, soccer aficionados are probably going to be mad at me about.
Okay.
Are penalty kicks the right way to decide these games?
Yes. Yes, I think like the amount of running, they're running miles per day, per match. It is an excruciatingly physical endeavor. It does somewhat reward teams for going a little defensive at the end, but that's part of the deal. You got to break down low blocks. Remember, you play the 90 minutes, and then you play another 30 minutes of extra time. So it's 2 hours of running nonstop. Yeah, I think, yes.
Okay, we saw, as you just talked about, we saw Germany get knocked out, and last night, to a lesser degree, the Netherlands get knocked out also in penalty kicks. The expansion to 48, is that going to lead us to teams like Germany, teams like the Netherlands being knocked out so early? Is that good for the sport? Is that good for the tournament?
I think it's really good. Yeah, I mean, look, the Netherlands result. So here's the proper, I think, understanding of the Netherlands result. I'm looking for here on my my thing. Netherlands, I believe, were 9 in the world or 8. Morocco was 1 better. Morocco is a power. They're a very, very talented team. And in fact, in the case of Paraguay played, what's the thing in hockey where they sit back? You call it something once.
Well, I mean, you guys compared to parking the bus.
Yeah, but like there's another thing.
It's called a trap in hockey.
Yeah, but there's something else, like puck and play or something.
We can call it that.
Okay, anyway, Paraguay played very defensive and found a way to win. The Netherlands are usually very offensive, and Ronald Koeman, who's the coach, who's getting crushed in the Netherlands, basically played like a coward and changed their formation to play defensive against Morocco and let Morocco. So Morocco actually played with the attack, took the lead, and I think deserved to win. So like the Netherlands played like a small, like a not very good side team, and paid the price when they should have just taken it to Morocco and gone at them. So I actually think the Morocco-Netherlands result is a matter of coaching. It's just a matter of like the coach of the Netherlands panicking because that's a really tough first round of 32 matchup.
Right.
Also, like Germany's just been on the decline. They're just not as good as they used to be. And so I think France is going to be dominating. I think Spain's going to crush Austria. I think Argentina's playing Cabo Verde, which is, by the way, great storyline. They're going to destroy Cabo Verde. Who else is elite? England plays the Congo. England chokes all the time. They're the Cubs, but I think they'll win that game going away.
I mean, speaking of choking, right? Like the United States, they say we have to win this game against Bosnia-Herzegovina, right? Like we have to win this game.
This would be the equivalent of the Atlanta Braves playing a really spunky, impressive, heartfelt AA baseball team or AAA baseball team. Like,
wow.
And I'm not trying to disrespect Bosnia Herzegovina, and I think I pointed out that when Henry flew by himself to and from Des Moines, did I talk about this here on the show?
Yes.
There's a lot of Bosnian refugees who, back during the war, moved to Iowa, and they all got on the plane to go. It was like a party, and they all took care of my son. Thank you, and it's not disrespect. They're just not on the same level. And so here's the path of the U.S. By the way.
Yeah, are we rooting for Senegal or Belgium?
I don't know. Senegal's like really good. They have some French players. There's a French history there, right? Sort of historically, and Belgium and Senegal are good. There were some outcomes that could have resulted in this being England or Egypt or somebody else. I would have preferred that. But we should beat whoever it is, and it will be a reasonable challenge, right? We should be the favorites, and I'm starting to come around. So the round of 16 games. So let's say we will and should beat Bosnia, right?
Sure.
Let's say we do that. Then if we play Senegal or Belgium, and I think that's a very similar kind of level of reality. I in terms of like difficulty, I think that those teams will be professionally run, world class, elite level, second tier, kind of like us. They're in kind of our range, but we're home. We have momentum. I think we're playing really well. If we beat Belgium, Senegal, whoever wins that match, assuming that we get to that match, it's Spain in the round of 16. And Lauren, who listens and subscribes, paid subscriber, thank you to the podcast, pointed out that he makes a similar salary range to me. He once pointed out, he's in San Francisco, so it's not like it's cheap, that he won't spend a dumb amount of money on a sporting event, and he doesn't have any regrets. And I'm a spend money on experiences, not things person. Like, I'd rather spend money on dinner than shoes. I went to a fancy, like a cool LA restaurant with Lori on Sunday without the kids. And I'm like, I'll take another cocktail. I had 5 or 6 cocktails. We'll take the duck and the chicken. It was great. Then the bill came. And I was like, how do I jump over this wall and run away? Some expenses are expensive. My point is, for $2,000, I might try to go to Spain, USA. Lauren's trying to talk me into it.
Can you ask your bosses for a media pass?
No, I think I could have if the station had launched before, but like the World Cup, as I understand it, credentials in a similar way to the Olympics.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're not feeling it.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
You're not feeling it all.
And are you gonna really go without your little dude?
Yes.
You know what? I respect the no hesitation.
At that price? Yeah, I'm gonna go without anybody.
Okay. Oh, I have one more soccer question that I was reading about. Why? All right. So reportedly, we've offered Pochettino the job through the next World Cup.
Yes.
Why would he not take it? Is this not a great job for him?
So funny because he was going to be Pochettino, because he was going to botch it.
It seems like he has his eyes set on bigger jobs. If I'm not mistaken, like
some guys want to be club. It's just a different deal. Being a national coach is like a prestigious job that for many people is sort of like it's like being it's just sort of retiring in place to a degree. It's like being a faculty member who's just what is like a chair, if not a chair, when you're just emeritus. You're like, yeah, I get some money and I'm here when I want to be, and I take the kids out for beer and I tell stories.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, because. And it depends on the country. I mean, but it's just you're not working. I mean, there's not you only get to be with your team during the international breaks, which is every couple months. The World Cup. What are you laughing at?
I have something to tell you after this.
Oh, yeah. It's like Pep Guardiola would be like the all-time landing for USA if Poch goes somewhere else, which has been rumored certainly, because. The idea is that the USA job is considered better and better because you can live in America, you can live in New York or LA or anywhere else you want, and you're not famous here on the same level. Well, like if you were sitting next to Pep Guardiola at a restaurant, you wouldn't know who he is. You and your wife would like, oh, there's a bald man in our seat, right? But he's the equivalent of who's the most famous sports coach in America for Americans? Belichick?
I was gonna say Belichick.
Yeah, I mean, like he'd be like the next to Belichick. It would be more equivalent to sitting next to Phil Jackson or LeBron. I mean, so I think why wouldn't Poch take it? Because he probably still has ambitions to go win in Europe at the club level. But maybe he'll stay. It's interesting. Like it's interesting they've offered it to him. What happened? What do you got to tell me?
Well, being
Some of my
a
teeth.
producer, national radio, doing my due diligence, I'm trying to get some good soccer guests for us while we're talking World Cup, because we are talking a lot of World Cup.
Uh-oh.
Otherwise, it's really just baseball once free agency is over in the NBA.
Yeah.
I tracked down a number for Bruce Arena, former
You
head
did?
coach. Yeah. Tracked down a number, called him up. That's the thing. You can't trust a text, right? In my position, you don't know who you're texting. You have to be able to hear the person's voice. You can actually verify that it's them. Bruce Arena picked up the phone. Bruce Arena did not want to talk to me.
Why?
Did not want to talk.
What happened?
Apparently, I probably should have done this prior to calling Mr. Arena. He did not like the media.
Okay.
And, right off the bat, introduced myself, who I was calling on behalf of. Woo-hoo! Did not want to talk to me.
What did he say to you?
That was one of the – I've probably had 2 or 3 other instances like this throughout my career.
Yeah.
Hadn't had one in a few years, though, so I was not ready for it.
What did he say to you?
Just like immediately, right after he said hello, like, hello, who's this? I said, Tom from SiriusXM. Media? Oh, no, absolutely not. I got to go. Too much going on. No way am I doing it. Absolutely not. But a little bit more of higher volume of voice and a little bit more of an attitude that I presented to you right there. And I was I was caught off literally just in shock. Just, okay, thank you.
I'm half tempted to have my producer call him just for the fun of it.
Yeah, it gave you just a little bit more of like a realization of like, okay, yeah, those kind of people are still out there.
Yeah, no,
because 9 out of 10 times, even if people don't want to do it, they're very kind, they're very respectful.
You can
very
say
nice
it nicely.
Yeah, or you know what? Don't pick up the phone.
Hey, Bruce, if you're going to be in the arena, it's going to happen.
I was not ready for that. I was not, especially when they pick up the phone to an unknown number.
He was a meanie.
He could have been a lot nicer about it. Again, I'm not saying you have to do the media request.
Okay.
Could have been nicer about it.
He was a meanie face.
Yeah, I won't be calling Bruce Arena again.
You should call one more time for fun. Hey, what's up? It's Tommy.
If the U.S. keeps winning.
Am I calling back?
I mean, shoot my shot.
I bumped into Rob Stone. You know who Rob Stone is?
I sure do.
I bumped into Rob Stone 2 days ago when we were talking, and I feel bad because he looks so. I mean, he didn't look tired, but he's just going like all over the country.
Around the clock, basically. Yeah.
Like, bro, you're traveling. You look good. He's like, I'm tired. Like, you look great. So, and then I pulled the old man. I was gonna write your PR. I was gonna write Fox Sports PR to have you on the radio show. I don't want to bother you. He's like, just bother. And basically, I'll do it. I'm like, no. I don't want to. Text me because I have his number. I gotta text him now, right? I want to have mom, but I kind of felt bad because I got him in a social setting, or he's like, I'll do it. But I was like, yeah, he's so nice. I'm gonna take advantage of him.
Yeah, do it. I had him on during college football season. Very nice guy.
Have you guys booked John Gonzalez?
Yeah, I think I've had John on throughout the hoop season.
If you have John Gonzalez, I'm not. I would never speak. I'm done. You're done this podcast. Why are you booking John? Are you being serious?
I've had John on. Yeah.
Don't book John. What the hell, dude?
We're not gonna be friends anymore.
Hold on.
Hallelujah. I'm a bum.
All he's doing is a whole lot of.
Wow, my feelings are actually hurt.
I'm a bum. They're a bunch of bums.
Who's
Tuesday,
the
first
bum
ever
this
Tuesday.
week? Let's find out on Lighter Than You.
You are. What the hell for having John Gonzalez on?
Put Stu in this too because he's
Your
booked him
bum of the
too.
week on Lighter Than You.
Wait, he booked him too?
Yeah.
You losers. What's the date today? 6:30.
Man. Bum of the week, even when it's not bum.
I think that's a pretty. I think that's a betrayal. I do. Your wife. I hope your wife's mad at you. I hope your wife's mad at you for the next month.
Gee, it's certainly trending that way.
All right. Well, that was fun. Never speaking to you again. Anything else? What else we got?
That's all. Yeah, this is like my Bruce Arena conversation. I don't know what to say.
No, I was kidding. I'm like, of course he's not having a mom. I'm just taking a shot at the guy.
Maybe I just should have said no.
Let's see here. Any news?
I feel like the next NBA bomb to drop is going to be Kawhi because that feels like it's almost done.
Yeah. When do you think LeBron's going to be finished? Do you think
I think it's going to get drug out as far as possible.
It's funny, dude. I would normally load this time of year and just like let it all get done when I have my old. This is great. I don't care. Take your time. Go to August. It's fine, man.
The only thing that's happened while we've been on the air is Robert Williams.
I saw that.
Yeah, that's it.
Have John Gonzalez explain it to you. It's the first time I've done this, Oh, look at them dance. Have a good day. Thanks for listening.